Hi, my name is Sandy Botembo, and my husband and I and our 4 children have been attending Glad Tidings for about a year and a half. I grew up in a normal family, had a good childhood. I was not raised in a Christian home, but we did attend a Catholic church, although we didn't talk about Jesus or God at home, but we attended church as regularly as possible on Sundays. When I got to about 13, church was just boring, and I stopped going. And my teen years, I got mixed in with a bad crowd, and that continued into my 20s. And my life pretty much through my 20s was just partying, was drinking and drugs and boys, and just mixed in with the wrong crowd. So it was a lot of ups and downs through my 20s, and I was just going nowhere. So there was a young woman that I worked with that used to read her Bible at her lunch, and I always thought that was interesting, so I began to talk with her, and she started to tell me about the Bible and about Jesus, and then she invited me to her church, and they were having an evening where they were serving the community. They were serving the homeless, and we made care packages and handed them out with a Bible to the people on the street, and hung out with them for the whole evening. And that just really touched me, and it's what I've always wanted to do, was to help others. So the night that we served the community, I just felt so good and just so much joy, because that's what I've always wanted to do, is just help others. And I finally had the opportunity in a big group to do that. And so I continued doing that. She would invite me to different events and different nights where they were serving the community. And so I did that because I didn't feel ready to go to a Sunday service. And so that was from about March, and then in August, I was finally ready to go to a Sunday service, and that was on August the 8th, 2004. And I gave my heart to the Lord that Sunday morning. From that day, I just felt something very different, and the joy that I had looked for in so many places, I finally found that day. So since that day, my life has changed dramatically. I stopped smoking and drinking, and I just started to read my Bible and attend church and get involved in different ministries. So serving became a big part of my life, which just fulfilled me, and I felt very happy just helping others, because it's what I've always wanted to do. And then I met my husband at the church. And so my life today is a mom of 4, and we are currently at the Aldershot location, and we're enjoying it there, and our kids are growing up in the church, and we will be serving all together this month, and it's just a blessing to just see my life like this. Oh, it is. So when I look back at that time when my friend that was working with me invited me to serve, I didn't know then, but I knew after, that her and her husband were praying for me, and they knew that I wanted to serve, and so they kept inviting me, and they would ask me if I wanted to come to church here and there, and I a few times said no because I didn't feel ready. And they were persistent but gracious and loving. So what I know now is they were probably just following the lead of the Holy Spirit. And finally I decided to attend church, and that day was just the best day of my life. I finally felt just joy in my heart, and the emptiness was filled instantly. I just want to encourage everyone this morning to be persistent with your neighbors or your family members or your friends, and to ask them to come to church, and to pray for them, and to Just take every opportunity you can, because you'll be glad you did. I can say it made a difference in my life.